to the Uncommon Transformation television series.
The choice of Akwa Ibom State as venue for the first national retreat on women development, peace and national transformation is an acknowledgement of good governance and infrastructure renaissance. It is a further acknowledgement of the congenial atmosphere and peace enjoyed in the state worthy of emulation. It is worthy of mention that before the retreat, several other conferences have also been hosted in the state, some of which include Nigeria Securities and Exchange Commission, Nigeria Maritime Consultative Council, Conference of Women Legislators in Nigeria, Army Day celebrations. In fact, the list is endless. This has given further impetus to the vision of Governor Akpabio to make Akwa Ibom a preferred destination for all Nigerians. This much was acknowledged by the First Lady, Her Excellency Dame Patience Jonathan, at the opening ceremony of the retreat.
Let me also, on behalf of all participants, express that appreciation to the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, His Excellency Chief Godswill Akpabio, his wife, and the good people of Akwa Ibom State for hosting this retreat. I also wish to note the visible landmarks of infrastructural development that has been put in place by your administration to improve the quality of life of your people. This is indeed transformation in action.
Issues on the front burner for world conferences on women, starting from the very first one held in Mexico in 1975 to the second, third, and fourth held in Copenhagen, Denmark in 1980, Nairobi, Kenya, 1985, and Beijing, China, 1995 have always been the same. The women contend that on account of their special circumstance as mothers, and the ones always holding the short end of the stick in the event of violent conflicts, they have become vulnerable and endangered species needing special attention. Therefore, it has become imperative for their greater participation and involvement in decision-making process and governance. Their argument is hinged on the fact that women are known to bring more stability in the polity. This position was well articulated in the papers presented by eminent resource persons led by Her Excellency Dame Patience Jonathan during the first national retreat on women development, peace and national transformation in Uyo. They argue that human rights are the same and should be enjoyed by women and men in equal proportions. While they recognize that the status of women has advanced in some important respects in the past decade, the process has been uneven. Inequalities between women and men have persisted and major obstacles still remain. This position has been further exacerbated by increasing poverty affecting majority of women. The women further argue that they are convinced that women's empowerment and their full participation on the basis of equality in all spheres of society, including participation in decision-making process and access to power, are fundamental to the achievement of equality, development, peace, and national transformation.
As wives, mothers, and sisters, women has a fundamental role to play in building peace, encouraging development, and promoting national transformation. Reposition and empower women to be more effective in conflict prevention, resolution, and peace building.
For the wife of the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Her Excellency Ekaete Nneoma Akpabio, the struggle for the emancipation of Nigerian society, national transformation, good governance, and peace have always been a second nature to the Akwa Ibom woman. For her, the defining moment was the famous Aba riots of 1929, which was actually spearheaded by Ikotabasi women. they protested vehemently against obnoxious taxation and maladministration.
Akwa Ibom played a great role in the women riots of 1929, and the torch of that fight has been passed to us in this generation. And we must turn the corners and streets of our nation and show the way to our sisters who are in darkness and our brothers who are in errors of keeping our women folk down.
As women and those who contribute more to non-monetary economy and well-being of the nation, they must be in the driver's seat of change.
Women must remember that life gives you what you demand, not what you deserve, and make a demand today. And men should remember the injunction by Kofi Annan that more countries have understood the women's equality is a prerequisite for development.
Vice President for the World Bank, Africa region, Nigeria's own Obiageli Ezekwesili. For her, it appears the greatest obstacle impeding the Nigerian woman from achieving her potentials is gender inequality. This, according to her, stifles her growth, economic opportunities and efficiency, jaundiced her access to qualitative education, and more. She advocates that to bridge the gap of gender inequality between women and men, greater access to education must be given to girls and women where they persist, closing earnings and productivity gap between women and men, giving women greater voice within households and society, limiting the perpetuation of gender inequality across generations, putting a final stop to no recognition of non-monetized contributions to family assets during marriage.
I want to say that for us, we must take clear steps. And in all the steps that we take, let us begin to shift investments toward infrastructure that will be able to help women and help their preferences. We need to give more access to women, to training and to credit. We need to ensure that crimes against women are reported. We need to ensure that discriminations toward female politicians declines. That voters in areas with reservation are more likely to regard male and female politicians as equally competent. And even when the reservation is removed, women are more likely to be elected than in areas without the experience of reservation.
The position of Ambassador / Permanent Representative of Nigeria to the United Nations, Joy Ogu, is similar to Ezekwesili's. Whereas women globally constitute the heart of development as they control most of the non-monetary economy. She goes on. Over the past few years, the world has fully recognized the inextricable linkage and interdependence between security, peace, and national development to women.
I believe it is practically impossible for the welfare of the world to be achieved without first and foremost improving the condition of women. Dexterous as a man is, he needs a woman whose heart is strong and bolder. She is the supreme inspiration for man's onward march, and no man can afford to leave her behind.
When social values break down, they begin from the family level. This was the candid view of Minister for Women Affairs, Zainab Maina. Therefore, as women, wives, and mothers, they must use their skills to address challenges such as Nigeria is facing today and contribute to good governance.
No man, no matter how powerful or fearsome, can claim that he was not once a helpless toddler on the laps of a woman. This retreat is therefore challenged to come up with workable approaches to address issues related to breakdown of values, national unity.
Governor Akpabio, who stood by his wife to host the women, lauded the First Lady, Her Excellency Dame Patience Jonathan, for her relentless fight to improve the lot of Nigerian women and also for choosing Akwa Ibom as a venue for the retreat, noting that this is not unconnected to the fact that Akwa Ibom has something to show. He told the women that his administration was not lagging behind in women affairs, as most, if not all, the issues and concerns raised by them with regards to women empowerment, greater voice and participation in governance have been addressed by his administration.
Our state has crossed the bridge of gender divide, and our women stand shoulder to shoulder with men in our uncommon transformation of our DSA. Since the advent of this administration, women have held sway. I've appointed at least 3 chief judges. All are women, including the current chief judge. I've appointed 2 heads of services so far, 2 heads of service. The 2 are women, including the current head of service. And of course, we have more than 70 women serving the state today as permanent secretary, appointed and sworn into office. We were recently honored by the Central Bank of Nigeria, the best state government in infrastructural development and support for the Women Agro Entrepreneurship Development Empowerment Program in 2011.
Why do the women think this retreat was timely, and what do they think about Akwa Ibom as a state and its people?
There is a saying in some cultures in Nigeria that women is supreme. If that is a truism, then the venue at Uyo for the first national retreat on peace, women development and national transformation could not have been more apt to be chaired by Nigeria's First Lady, Dame Patience Jonathan. The women are here in their numbers to do justice to this theme and some other sundry issues arising therefrom. If that is the case, then let us go and talk to some of the women and find out their views about the conference, Akwa Ibom as a people, their hospitality, and some other sundry issues.
So I've been here on sightseeing. Believe you me, Akwa Ibom is some work. You are really developing, because I know from onstart where Akwa Ibom was and what it is today. I'm in love with you. Wow. They are very hospitality, they are welcoming, and the environment is very clean. That is one thing I observed, which is an impression that the First Lady is doing her work. It's a beautiful state, a very neat, beautiful place. Oh, good, that's fine. The scenery everywhere. Very, very beautiful. That's fine. I'm looking forward to Edika Ikoiso.
You will have more than enough.
Yeah, there would be any better development without the peace. And then as nation builders, not just mothers, we build a nation, we build in our children, our husbands and everyone. Akwa Ibom has done well. I am not from Akwa Ibom, but from his presentation of the state, I am so proud of Akwa Ibom. I wish I were an Akwa Ibom person.
This is my first time of coming here incidentally, so I'm so excited from the airport to see how beautiful, how greenish at this time of the year the state is, and the good work His Excellency, the Executive Governor of this state. So he signifies his name. It's symbolic, you know.
Personally, I think it is very relevant now because there has been a slowdown on women's movement, on the demands by women, and there has been a little bit less, of what they should be doing, how active they should be. After all, the movement for women's development and women's mainstreaming has been such a long, long time. We have not achieved the goals and targets set 30 years ago, and there has actually been a slowdown, and we are supposed to even be better in democracy.
What has really amazed me, I'm really proud of Akwa Ibom because even this hotel was not there before. So getting Akwa Ibom, put tourist attractions like this is a welcome development, and that also will happen when there is tourist attraction, there is job for the youth, there is job for the women, and there is peace.
songe mananyen Akwa Ibom ojit ay ay ay.
If anyone was left in doubt about the hospitality of Akwa Ibom people, the classical state banquet organized in honor of the First Lady and her army of women no doubt erased any such misgivings. It was a night to behold as the women came beautifully dressed, and another opportunity for Akwa Ibom to showcase her uncommon transformation. The dinner was held in the new state-of-the-art banquet hall.
I'm missing the love at home. Home sweet home, no place like home. I'm a king at home, so baby feel at home. You're in Akwa Ibom, and it's sweet like a honeycomb. You go chop and go carry go, cause they call it the promised land. I'm so proud of my motherland. Don't call me what you want. Yeah, me, this is the home of soups. You want afang with dick and gong. You love this how it bank from bomb to pot to milk. No need for spoon, no need for plate. Waste of time, just fight by life. Please drop the knife, like joy is life. Nature is life. In case you don't know, Akwa Ibom, we can enter moto, and fight for arrow, and fight for Uyo. You should come with me. I'm missing the love at home.
The wife of Governor Akpabio, Her Excellency Ekaite Norma Akpabio, set the tone for the evening as she lauded her husband for good governance and looking after Akwa Ibom women in the state, whom he had approved the sum of 2 billion naira for Women Agricultural Development Program, WADEP. She also lauded the First Lady, Her Excellency Dame Patience Jonathan, for investing her time and energy in Nigerian women.
The gala night we are holding today in honor of Her Excellency, the First Lady of our country, and the mother of our nation, and the other eminent guests, is a celebration of that future, as well as the traditional hospitality of the good people of Akwa Ibom State. I invite everyone here to look forward with hope to that future, when in every inch of our country, a woman will be judged by the contents of her character and the depth of her capacity, and not by her gender. Your Excellency, the Governor approved 250,000 naira per woman. This will enable them to make their business to grow. And the number of the women are 4,500. It has never happened before in Nigeria. It has never happened before in Akwa Ibom.
The president's wife symbolically handed checks of 250,000 naira each to 16 of the 4,500 poor rural women who the administration of Governor Akpabio empowered for rural agricultural programs and other small and medium-scale enterprises.
May God bless you. May God provide for you. And we go higher and higher. You know why I am thanking him? Not only because of the church. If I can say he's a man of my heart, because a man who believes in my passion. You know, when we are talking of women, we should talk of men who can empower the woman. When you empower the woman, you have even empowered the children. He has taken more than thousands of women to just sweeping the road, beautifying the city, and paying each of them 20,000 each, which is not easy. check. Make use of this check. Get up, get up. Make use of this check. I will come back to check that your farm. I will visit all your farm one by one. Don't give this check to your husband. Once more, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
There was comedy, music, and dance as the popular Ekemini troupe thrilled the women. The women give their opinion once again about the state and its hospitality.
Akwa Ibom State government is known to be very hospitable to all the guests that have the opportunity to visit Akwa Ibom State.
Akwa Ibom people are very hospitable people. It's a very neat environment, and I was there for 5 years. And when I came back, there's a lot of development, the road network, solid buildings everywhere, even the banquet hall, that hotel, so many development.
Since we came to Akwa Ibom State, we enjoyed the state and the governor has done well.
We have been seeing a lot in the cities, especially the road, how beautiful they are, and the lights, the arrangement of street lights in the state. Your government has been doing a lot.
I've been in Akwa Ibom before, but it's not the state capital. I saw good things, a lot of things. The government is doing great. And the people of Akwa Ibom are still good.
From the hotel and the interactions with the people, they're very hospitable people, very warm and very open.
We've always known Akwa Ibom people to be very hospitable people, appreciating everything about Akwa Ibom College. The quality of development, the quality of service we have seen them deliver is unprecedented.
Governor Akpabio once again gave reasons why his administration is women-friendly.
This is one administration that will never forget you. Majority of those who made it possible for us to return to office were women. And like my wife pointed out, if a woman gives you her word, the woman will not play you while you. That is the truth. Women are fed with life. Even in political decision making, when they take a stand, you will know. And that's why in Akwa Ibom, right from 2007, the women are saying, let God's will. And even beyond this period, when we came for election, they were all shouting, let God's will be done.
The president's wife, who during plenary earlier in the day advocated for a bill for the rights of widows as a further means of giving women more sense of belonging. In tandem with Madam President's position, CEO of Executive Media Options, Mrs. Maureen Omana, called for re-evaluation of the value system to allow for education of the female child, including inheritance. The First Lady advised women to give themselves as true agents of change. The women say this is only the beginning of many good things to come to Akwa Ibom, as the state has become a leading light in the country. They say it is uncommon transformation.
This is Akwa Ibom, the land of uncommon transformation.